The fourth and final source of social influence is interpersonal. This category includes members' attempts to change others through their interactions. In the movie 12 Angry Men, 11 of the 12 jurors believe the defendant is guilty, but the 12th juror argues for the group to take its time in making a decision. Then, they use interpersonal influence to put pressure on the 12th juror to convict. They repeatedly interrupt one another, shout insults and complaints, dramatically frown and sigh, and build small subgroups of support called coalitions. The 12th juror uses all sources of social influence to then persuade them to acquit the innocent defendant. As illustrated in this movie, humans use interpersonal influence to include and exclude group members. Although most of us try to avoid exclusion, some people use it to punish others for not conforming to the group. The majority might hold separate meetings from the minority, for instance. Unfortunately, dissenting members who also have a distinguishing demographic feature, gender, race, religion, age, are more likely to face exclusion due to norm violations. Plus, the black sheep effect comes into play. It's the tendency to evaluate deviant in-group members more harshly than out-group members who exhibit the same behavior. We tend to judge our in-group members against higher standards than out-group members. Why? Because we're driven to protect our group, and that includes values, norms, and purpose. So, when a member violates a norm by behaving inappropriately, it threatens our own social identity, and we don't usually respond well. Maybe you've traveled abroad and been embarrassed by a member of your group. Had a stranger acted the same way, you wouldn't have been as personally affected. Thus, the threat of exclusion motivates us to adapt to the group. One personal characteristic that can overpower this motive is how committed we are to the group. When the group's position is harmful, those who are strongly committed are more likely to dissent than members who aren't as committed. For instance, new group members, who usually have low levels of commitment, may not feel comfortable disagreeing with the rest of the group just yet. But the more experienced and committed members are the ones who will. They speak up because they're more invested in the group and motivated to improve its operations. It's also important to note that conformity is not always a good thing. There are times when it should be discouraged, like when groups need to create and innovate, when leaders ask their followers to challenge their assumptions, and, of course, when the request is harmful or unethical.